Today we will be looking at private prison company LCS Correction Services and their local facility in Robstown, Texas. LCS Correction Services boasts on their website that they are, quote, the largest privately held correction company in the U.S. Here's a view of the Coastal Bend Detention Center in Robstown, Texas. The Coastal Bend Detention Center was built in 2008 and can house up to 1,176 inmates, with room to expand to 2,500. According to LCS Correction Services website, their mission statement claims its goal is to protect the public by operating safe, secure, and humane prisons in accordance with statutes and constitutional mandates. LCS' top core value is never-ending pursuit of excellence, but this isn't the case for the Coastal Bend Detention Center in Robstown, Texas. September 21st, 2009, the Corpus Christi Caller-Times broke a story on how the facility failed inspection and was on the verge of being forced to shut down due to 17 compliance issues. Some of these compliance issues included failing to check for contraband, improper staff training, and jailers without proper state licensing. This was reported in the Corpus Christi Caller-Times in 2009 and wasn't the last offense. Again in 2010, a report published by TexasPrisonBusiness.org states 72% of LCS facility guards were untrained or tested. And also, in July of 2011, the quote, flagship facility of private prison company LCS Correction Services, for the third time, jailers were reported without licenses. The worst one was reported back on November 19th of 2009 when a prisoner, a sex offender, had escaped and the facility didn't realize it until 3 weeks later. Another one of LCS Correction Services' core values is preservation of human dignity, but just like the first, there was a lack of this at the Coastal Bend Detention Center. In the 2009 Corpus Christi Caller-Times article, the 17 compliance issues listed included at least 5 items that went against the, quote, preservation of human dignity. The first one, improper inmate toilet and shower areas with insufficient privacy shields. The second was their tuberculosis screening plans had not been approved by the healthcare department. Third, disciplinary hearings for the minor inmate infractions were conducted by a single person rather than a disciplinary board. The jailers didn't respond to inmates with grievances within 15 days or resolve issues within 60 days as required, which was yet another infraction. Finally, inmates were not given their 1 hour of physical education as required. The most disturbing was the facility forgot to report the death of an inmate. The facility released a statement saying, quote, the facility didn't know it had to report the death of an inmate while in custody. LCS Correction Services isn't the only private company in Texas. There has been a growth of private prisons in the state as shown in this figure. The growth of private prison populations has even expanded across the U.S., as shown here. Free Speech TV did a broadcast on the growth of private prisons. Here's a soundbite from that clip.
Private for-profit prisons are bad for our freedom. By injecting the profit motive into incarceration, then there's incentives to lock more and more Americans up, which is why for-profit prisons use groups like the American Legislative Exchange Council, or ALEC, to lobby for stricter drug and immigration laws, to throw more people in prisons, and thus collect bigger profits. This is one of many dangerous side effects to unfettered corporate capitalism.
You can join organizations such as the American Civil Liberties Union at www.aclu.org, or even grassroots leadership at grassrootsleadership.org, which help quickly organize and campaign with local and national partners.